因为你有爱，所以我们存在。因为你有爱，人生笑开怀。因为你有爱，所以我们存在。因为你有爱，人生笑开怀。
欢迎全球的观众朋友们准时收看《音乐有爱》。在今天节目当中，我们非常荣幸，我们请到的是非常卓越的梵音曲调咏唱者阿尼琼英卓玛来到节目当中。我非常赞叹他的声音，而且我觉得他是一位把佛教的梵音带到这个世界上一个非常重要的一个传奇人物。
呀，非常谢谢老师来到节目当中。我们知道这是您第2次来到台湾，应蒙藏委员会的邀请参加西藏文化艺术节。您2次都和不同的艺术表演团体合作，可不可以跟我们谈谈这次的演出心情
？The whole theme of the music that I do are more for invoking the spiritual energy in us, helps us to improve the quality of life that we live in a more meaningful way.
我们知道您13岁的时候开始修行佛法，
Right.
呀，是什么样子的因缘，在你这么小的时候就会想要追寻佛法？
It was not out of being very religious. Actually, it was due to the circumstance, family circumstances.
Yeah.
Because the life at that age for me was a bit harsh, much heavier than I could take according to my age, I think. And that was more than the physical, it was more of the emotional pressure that I felt was a bit tough. And somehow I had the impression that getting married in life would be the most worst thing I could do in my life. Somehow I chose to become a nun because I realized that if I become a nun means I don't have to get married ever. So that was the reason at that time. Because see, in our society, my parents were not so educated.
Yes.
And then somehow our society has the attitude towards girl is that if you're a girl, you're supposed to do all the housework, do cooking, cleaning, take care of your brothers, sisters, and when you grow up, get married, and then serve the husband, serve the family. So that's pretty much of an attitude towards girls in our society. And that attitude wasn't so nice.
Yes.
And I could see it very clearly. Right in front of me was how my mother suffers. And to see that was not something inspiring for me. And I always thought of how I can get away from getting married. And so far I'm young, I don't have to get married, but in the future maybe my father will decide to choose one man for me and then tell me to get married. And I was actually very scared about that idea. So then I started looking for alternatives, you know, like even though I'm young, as everybody else, I don't want to suffer in life. I want to have a happy life in life. So I started looking for choices, you know, I started making choices. So then I made my choices to become a nun, because when I realized that if I become a nun, nobody will force me to get married.
不过我相信13岁就进入佛学去修行哈，在寺庙当中很清苦的生活，对于一个孩子来讲，是不是也可以跟我们来谈谈当时如何度过这样子的一个很清修的生活？
It was the other way around for me. People generally think that life in monastery is tough, not easy. But for me, it was more like a paradise. Really. My teacher was like a Buddha. I mean, when we talk about Buddha at this time, we just can imagine him, right? We don't know exact face, how he looked or anything. But in real life, in my life, I met a Buddha who was my teacher. And who talked to me, who gave me a hug, who blessed me with so much kindness and compassion and so much warmness, so much care. And I think he knew that I'm a very injured child, wounded child. So he handled so much with love, and he healed me. So for me, that was the whole atmosphere in the monastery was like a heaven. Because nobody was scolding me, nobody was beating me, nobody made me do laundry, nobody made me do dishes, nobody made me cook, nobody made me change diapers. So at home, I was doing all those works. So somehow, and then above all, I used to witness a lot of domestic violence. And that was very, very unpleasant experience in my life. And then in the monastery, there's a lot of respect, there's harmony, and the kindness, and it's so beautiful. The food was good. So for me, it was really heaven. So my life in monastery was just totally the opposite of what people would generally think of. Really. So since then I have been having a very blessed life.
我想人类最难化解的，其实就是对暴力的仇恨哈。但是我们在生活当中，其实处处都充满了很多的暴力啊，不管是语言的暴力，或者是家庭的暴力，或者是战争的暴力。
Yes, it's
yeah, 所以老师您如何来教导我们如何去化解对暴力的仇恨？
Well, it's very unfortunate that some of us expresses our frustration in a very violent way, but it all seems to be expression of weakness of someone, and then but deep inside they're weak, but then somehow they want to prove themselves to be strong by expressing the gesture of violence,
yes.
Verbally or physically or emotionally.
Yes.
And I think however way the violence is expressed, it's not acceptable.
Yeah.
And it's not something that is good to have in our society. So, and sometimes we, not only among men and women, there is expression of violence, but I think from parents to children, also there are some violence,
Yes.
expression of violence that takes place, even though you intend to, your intention is best, but somehow the gesture is wrong.
Yes.
Similarly, some children are expressing their frustration toward their parents, which are very violent and
Yes.
very unfortunate. And in that kind of case, I think the best is to be able to see how we can try to understand the teachings of Buddha. And that has, in my life, it helped me the most. I was a very unhappy child at the very early stage of my life. I hated men, actually. I thought the men are the worst creature in the world. Sorry about that, but I've changed my mind now. But somehow at that age, that was the attitude, and I became very violent inside.
Oh, yeah.
When I'm very violent inside, I'm an unhappy person.
Yes.
When I'm unhappy, I'm not able to give happiness to anybody, whether that is to a friend or family or whoever.
Yes.
So but I don't want to be unhappy. And the only way that has helped me to be a happier person is because of the kindness of my teacher and my sisters around me in the nunnery. If their kindness and the compassion hasn't healed me, I still would be a very unhappy child. So my teacher really helped me to pacify the violence in me, unhappiness, and then really grow the peace and the harmony. They harmonize myself inside. And well, it's not an overnight transformation. It took many years, of course. But today, with the blessing of my teacher, following the path of Buddha, it has helped me to be a happier person. Today I'm a very happy person, and I feel very, very fortunate, actually, really. And I have so much gratitude. I feel so grateful for everything. Every experiences that I went through, today I look back and I see them as a blessing. So,
yeah. 您在唱诵的时候啊，你心里面都在想着什么？我们觉得你的声音真的是感动人。
There's not much to think, really. It's pretty much of a meditation itself. So without meditating, I can't sing, really. But yes, my full devotion is there towards all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. And aspiration is also there that may I be able to, make everyone happy, whoever I meet, in whatever I do or in whatever I think, and that, or in everything that I say or sing or anything. My aspiration is to be able to offer that, even if it is for a short moment. May I be able to make happy people happy. So that is my prayer, and I enjoy singing myself as well. It makes me happy, and I guess I can share that same thing. And someday, I hope that I can be able to, serve more and more people in however way I can within my capacity. And I hope I never get lazy, which sometimes I struggle with. I'm a little bit lazy sometimes. So
You? No, no way.
People need you, so you can be
yeah, I get to a little bit. I seem to sometimes get carried away a little bit and say relax. But you know, but I pray that I can do more. But it's human nature. The more you get, the more you want. Of course, it's there. But at the same time, I also make sure that I try not to lose the ground, touch of the ground. And that is my biggest prayer, actually. That as I'm not an ordinary like any other kind of singer, I'm a practitioner. I'm a nun. You know, I'm the follower of Buddha. So there are many things that I have to be very, very careful about. I try my best. At times, as I said earlier, there's certain things still I seem to have to purify some of my karma to be able to achieve some success in that. But I sincerely try.
我们要非常谢谢啊，老师来到这个节目当中来，谢谢 ，Thank you so much， 谢谢谢谢谢谢谢谢
Thank you so much. Oh